Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki and Crystals. It's wonderful to have you all here this Friday afternoon. Happy full moon in Aries. And we have a little furry visitor. Come on up, baby. Yes, hello. We have a little Gertie joining us. Oh, she's so cozy. So if you're new here, welcome in. Go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself and set any requests for your personal healing, well-being, or anything that you're working on calling into your life. For those of you who are returning, welcome back and thank you for your ongoing support. And for anyone who may be watching this as a recorded video, hello from the past. If you would like to skip ahead to just the healing portion, start your journey at about the 1 hour, 15-minute mark or so, or where you see the lights begin to shift, and you can start there. We're going to get things started off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to everyone in chat's request. And we'll take things from there and eventually transition into a beautiful Reiki session where you can relax wherever you happen to be. And I'll send Reiki over that beautiful grid that we've built together. If you'd like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing session or tarot reading, or if you would like to shop my Reiki Charged Crystal collection, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com, which is linked in the description. And through the 1st of October 2023, you can use coupon code 15years, all one word, 15years, all together, no spaces. That will save you 15% on almost anything, including 2023 Reiki certification classes, because it's my 15-year anniversary of teaching Usui Reiki. So let's go ahead and dive on in and start building this beautiful crystal grid. Hello, everyone. Oh, we've got Dell, Chris, the Gelguire. Good to see you. Violet Integration, Jenny, and Grace. I hope everyone is doing well. Oh, it's so nice. Awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some crystal gridding. Hello, little Gertie. Okay, so we've got our usual copper spiral. Copper helps to break up energy and get the optimal flow of energy going. And Lori, welcome in. Okay, cool. Good to see you, Lori. And so let's dive right in. We'll take things from the top. I'll get to everyone's requests, but I might bounce around just a little bit. Sorry about that, a little cough. And let's see. Oh, I love these requests. Okay. Let's see, for Jenny, self-reflection, sitting present with and in discomfort, health and growth for your nieces, nephews, well, the babies. We'll just say the babies. So let's say, okay. Sitting present. Gotcha. So I feel like the best stone to support you, Jenny, in that sitting in whatever it is, whether it's comfortable or uncomfortable, often uncomfortable, Septarian can be really, really helpful. This is one that on a physical level, this can help muscle pains and spasms, can also be wonderful for really persistent wounds, and especially wounds that are giving you difficulty in the healing process. But for emotional work, this can help you to be in that place where you're being very vulnerable and you're able to go to those deeper parts of ourselves to kind of do that healing work that's really difficult to do. It's very, very supportive. Also helps to find the underlying cause, belief, what have you, of any particular habit or action or belief. This is one that is very much aligned with what's often termed shadow work, which is really when we're working on the parts of ourselves that we don't necessarily see very apparent. It's sort of like the darker sides of ourselves that need the healing most. This can be really helpful too for just emotional growth in general, and also supporting the solar plexus, which is your center of self-identity and following what you want in life. So we'll go ahead and put that septarian in there. So let's move that up. There we go. So that is septarian. And what else can we add for this? For health in general, we can bring in tree agate. This is a really helpful stone when it comes to really anything physical. It's sacred in Ayurveda, which is the sister science of yoga. And that system, we might be familiar with the chakras. Those are the bigger parts of a very large and complex system. On the smaller, more nuanced side are the nadi, N-A-D-I, which help move the energy throughout the body on a very physical level. And so this is thought to help balance and harmonize all of those energies so that we're just better health-wise. Well, it's better for physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual issues, but especially physical stuff. So we'll bring in tree agate, and it's Chinese medicine kind of compatriot, which really hits on both of your requests. Moss agate, this is sacred in Chinese medicine. This is seen as something that can help with infections, illnesses, however they might be, whatever they might be that are spreading quickly in the body. This is also wonderful for connection to nature, working through fears of the unknown, and any kind of mental, emotional stuff, like deeper emotional stuff. If you want to call it like parts work, like higher self, inner child, this is wonderful for it. Also just connection to spirit in general, connection to unconditional love. So that's moss agate. And then for healthy babies, let's see. Rhodochrosite is probably a great one. This helps with everything around like baby thriving and bond with mother, and just in general kind of wanting to be here, wanting to eat, wanting to do those sorts of things. Great for bonding of child and mom, and also for the rest of us, any kind of issues around mother connection, maternal stuff. Great for the heart and circulation, as well as journeying and even telepathy, connection with your ancestors and deceased animal companions. Helpful for asthma and stress headaches. So that is rhodochrosite. So we'll put that there for now. So all the best to you and the babies. Goddess of Four, I hope you're doing well. Susan, lots of love to you. Oh, so much love to you. I'm sorry you're going through all that. Yeah, and I've definitely got a Reiki kitty on my lap. I've got a little Gertie on my lap, and I've got a little Hattie sitting right across, enjoying the show from my bed. Okay. And we've got, for Chris, relieving stress, tension, overwhelm, needing peace, calm, back pain relief. Me too. Angel guidance, spirit connection, finding love, joy, happiness, harmony, money influx, and safe travels. Absolutely. Let's hit some of those things. So, and I definitely see, like, of course, there's always so much overlap. We might have completely different specifics in our lives, but the overlap of the larger factors, so similar. So absolutely feel at home here to share whatever you feel comfortable sharing in such a public forum. I did see the Gelguire has an intention for love and peace also. So we'll definitely focus on that. Improvement of finances, I see that. So let's go ahead and do that. So back pain, we'll grab this. Angel guidance, we'll grab some celestite. peace, we'll do snowflake, obsidian, and blue apatite. Tension, stress, because I think a lot of these are going to overlap for a lot of us. The astrology right now is intense. And safe travels, absolutely. Okay, so let's start with some Amazonite. I also pulled some muscles in my back. Thankfully, they're not too bad. I'll be fine, but Amazonite can be very, very helpful with the spine and spinal nerves. It's also a wonderfully powerful stone when it comes to self-care, especially for folks who tend to be the caregivers, the folks who tend to think of themselves last. This reminds folks to take care of themselves and that they are absolutely worthy of and deserving of the same caliber of care that they would show others. Additionally, this is a great one for just luck in general. So we'll bring in Amazonite. Okay. For love and attracting love, and also with making the most of any lunar magic or lunar connection or lunar energy that you might be experiencing, especially because it's such a powerful full moon. We'll bring in Moonstone. This is wonderful for attracting love. It's also superb for protecting those who are traveling. So definitely good for both. It helps with connection to spiritual truths, well-woman traditions, protection of women, learning any kind of, especially older spiritual pursuits or healing pursuits as well, and helps with intuition in general. So that is Moonstone. So let's go ahead and place some out here. Moonstone can look so many different ways. It's a very dynamic stone. Okay. There we go. So that's Moonstone for connection to your angels and to receive intuitive guidance. We have some Celestite here. Very, very angelic stone. In fact, prior to turning into Celestite, I forget if it's Angelite first that turns into Celestite or Celestite turns into Angelite, but either way they are interrelated. They are basically two opposite ends of the same stone. This helps with discernment, especially with things like fear, like am I afraid of this? Is this intuition? Is this logic? Is this like old patterning? What is it? Very helpful with that. Also with, in general, any matter of physical pain. It very much connects us with our upper chakras, our crown, our third eye. So it fundamentally shifts how we experience pain. It won't necessarily make the pain go away, but it'll certainly distract our focus. And yeah, very angelic. Great for all kinds and manner of guidance. Snowflake obsidian is very helpful for peace, serenity, hope after loss. Also wonderful for anything around guilt, any kind of guilt that we're releasing or processing. This can also help with reorganizing patterns that maybe we see a pattern within ourselves, but we're having a hard time breaking it. This can be a helpful stone. Also wonderful for overstimulation and in general, just balancing the body, mind, and spirit. So we will bring this in. Let's see, so that is Snowflake obsidian. Obsidian is a volcanic glass. There we go. For another stone that helps with peace and harmony is blue apatite. This stone has a number of different implications and things that it can do to help us. In addition to harmony and peace, this can really help us to have a better relationship with food and diet, whatever that might look like to you. That's a very unique and individualized relationship, and it's one that's dynamic and always changing as our body changes, as our needs change, things like that. This can help with weight loss, weight gain, or just shifting how you relate to food in any kind of way. Helpful for discovering your soul's purpose and with courage to walk that path, as well as strengthening the auric field so that if you are one of those folks who tends to take on energy that isn't yours, this is a powerful stone of helping you to not have to be subjected to that any longer. There we go. So that is blue apatite. For relieving stress, let's go ahead and bring in some shungite. Wonderful stress reliever, also helps to break up energy blockages and release emotional pain, especially really stuck emotional pain. Helps with tissue repair if you've been injured recently or you're healing up a surgery. This can be really supportive. And it helps to clear the energy field in general. It's deeply, deeply clearing. This is one that can also help if you're someone who, say you notice the energy that comes off of electromechanical types of things, and it leaves you feeling either kind of underwater, unbalanced, almost paranoid. You might be impacted by electromagnetic fields. Some people are sensitive to them, most are not. Shungite's a wonderful stone to know about if that is the case for you. Sylvia, welcome back. It's good to see you. And Journey, welcome in. We're going to go ahead and build the crystal grid first, and then I'll transition into Reiki, usually about at 5:15, so in about an hour or a little less. And then I'll be live again tonight at 8 p.m. So you're welcome to hang out or pop in and pop out, but good to see you either way. And wow, so good to see. Oh, and nephews, Jenny. They're nephews. It's so good to see. And one more. This is for physical tension. This is my favorite anxiety stone. In general, it helps with releasing not only anxiety and bringing a deep calm to your whole body and nervous system. It helps to unwind the physical tension that we hold in our bodies that comes from that anxiety and from stress. It can be really helpful for just reassurance in general, kind of brings a lightness and a levity to things. It's also thought to be helpful for the physical heart. So this is green calcite. So let's go ahead and do green calcite. Well, for now, we'll put them here. There we go. Awesome. Thank you for being here, Chris, and have a wonderful time on vacation. And we'll definitely do some money influx stones for all of us, too. I will get all the money influx stones for all of us. For violet integration, letting go of what no longer serves, improvement of finances, and optimism for the future. You got it. So let's go ahead with sapphire, malachite, and bring in some citrine for sure. Sapphire, this is going to help you, violet integration. It's also going to help Susan. So this is, as we would think of sapphire, usually that, brilliant blue stone that sparkles in someone's rings. This is what it looks like raw. That's sapphire. So this is a wonderful stone for speedy justice, so it'll definitely help court stuff. For the physical body, it's thought to aid things like the eyes, the ears, the thyroid. It's very much a stone that's applied when someone has dementia or someone is a caregiver or family member of someone with dementia. It's also very, very helpful for connecting with the angels, so it'll complement that celestite really well. And when it comes to envisioning positive potential in difficult times, this is absolutely a wonderful stone. So great for violet integration and for Susan as well. So we will bring this in. So that's sapphire. There we go. Malachite is helpful for leaving the pain behind us and moving on, because it helps us to deeply process emotional pain without getting stuck in it. You know, grieving and moving through and processing, those are all natural cycles, natural parts of how we handle life, but we can also get kind of stuck in that place. This is one that helps us to move through those times so that we can truly close the door and move forward without dragging it with us. Also really helpful for things like arthritis, inflammation, and the pain associated with it, as well as anxiety and to some extent depression. But of course, nothing we do here is ever a replacement for anything else. Very also wonderful for phobias and things like that too. So that's malachite. So there we go, malachite. And citrine is one of the most powerful stones of financial abundance too. So natural citrine tends to be more this like brownish orange color. Some of the like bright yellow a lot of time is treated amethyst. This is a wonderful stone for calling in financial abundance and also the resources we need to survive and thrive. So if you're manifesting cash, if you're manifesting, you know, housing that's affordable, or you're manifesting a car so that you can do the things you need to do, whatever it might be, this helps with those basic things. Also helps with making good financial decisions and helps to balance the logic with intuition. That can be a really helpful thing for those of us who are spiritual, to have a good balance between those two sides of ourselves. It allows us to live a more kind of unified and balanced life. Also great for things like, considered great for things like fibromyalgia, as well as nausea and addictions and compulsions as well. So lots of love to you, Violet Integration. It's good to see you. And the Gelguire, set an intention for love and peace. So definitely got the peace stones in there. And let's bring in another stone of love in addition to the malachite, in addition to the mookaite. No, get another one. Moonstone. There we go, moonstone. In addition to moonstone, I'm going to bring in carnelian. This helps with love as well. This is in every way, shape, and form connected with relationships and how we relate to others and the world around us, and especially romantic relationships and dating and sexuality, fertility, things like that. This has a lot to do also with healing wounds, as well as cold and allergies. And allergies have definitely been a common request lately, allergies and asthma. But this also helps with attracting your like divine soulmate kind of thing. So this is a wonderful stone for attracting love and balanced relationships too, balancing the relationships you already have and all the relationships, not just the romantic ones. So there we go. So that is carnelian. And actually, when you say like peace and love too, something just flashed in my mind. So I'm going to add that into blue kyanite. This is much more aligned with like self-love, self-respect. This is a stone that I would say, and this also will support those of you who are asking for like divine guidance and clarity. It helps with both. So blue kyanite, this is accepting yourself exactly as you are, loving and appreciating yourself exactly as you are, seeing yourself as a fundamentally lovable human being. Also really helpful for understanding the spiritual guidance that comes through. If you're getting spiritual guidance and you feel like you're having a hard time really getting the true meaning of everything, blue kyanite can be really helpful. It's also thought helpful for neurological care, and especially things like stroke, and especially when things like speech are impacted, when mobility is impacted. Oh yeah, you talking to us? Oh, Hattie's awake. Let's see. Okay, cool. So lots of love to you, the Gelguire. Good to see you. Okay. Lila Ray, I hope you're doing well. Patty and Key, lots of love for you too. Fantastic. And let's see, where did I leave off? Oh, two kittens are going to try to make room on my lap. Oh, hello. Is that a Hattie? Do you want to say hello to everyone? Here, I'll stretch out my legs so you have somewhere to lay. Oh, no, you're going to move along? Okay. The cats are really struggling with the fact that they're so much bigger now, and my lap is not any bigger. I'm glad about my lap not being any bigger, but they're kind of bummed. So, yeah. Grace, heart healing, love, happiness. I almost hesitate to ask, did you hear about the job? I'm going to still put in crystals for you for getting job, good career movement, that kind of good stuff. But heart healing, love, happiness. So let's do heart healing, rhodonite, happiness. Let's bring in fuchsite, and we've got the love stones kind of covered. Let's bring in some sunstone. So rhodonite is wonderful for, oh, hey Gertie. Okay, Gertie's gonna go for a little walk. So rhodonite is wonderful for healing a broken heart. This is often considered the breakup stone, the divorce stone, the grief stone, but it's so much more than that. This can also help allergies, autoimmune stuff, and asthma, all of which are definitely things coming up for folks right now, me included. Those are all me all the time, honestly. But it also helps with balancing yin and yang in the body, moving through and healing deep insecurities, and also can be helpful for anyone who's healing anything related to past emotional abuse. Rhodonite can be really, really helpful. So we'll bring that in. It's a really powerful healer. Rhodonite is pink and black, sometimes more black than pink. These just happen to be more pink. Whereas rhodochrosite is pink and white. They do have some overlap. They're both good for asthma. They're both good for the lungs. Yeah, do I hear a little Hattie? Oh, I do. What happened? You want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? Oh, the baby. Oh, the baby. Oh, the baby. Oh, you know where the camera is. Yes, you do. There you go. You can go ahead and purr it out if you wanna. Do you wanna? Oh, bush. Here you go. Oh. Good stuff. Okay. So fuchsite is helpful for happiness and play, really renewing and restoring our spirit through just joy and play and just allowing ourselves to reconnect and rebalance in that way, which also makes it wonderful for any kind of inner child work or healing childhood wounds. Helpful for spinal alignment and sleep disturbances as well, and also thought to be supportive of things like carpal tunnel. So that is fuchsite. And sunstone can be really helpful for expanding your vision of your own potential and capabilities. This is one that helps you stand out, be recognized, be seen. It can help with things like marketing. It can help with things like going on job interviews, filling out job applications and applying for jobs, and also for any kind of career opportunities. It tends to bring a lot of those in. Wonderful amount of confidence, and in general helping you to work through phobias, as well as it's thought to be helpful for avoiding those that would be like manipulative around money and financial matters. So that is orange sunstone. I hope you are doing well. All the best to you, Grace. Hey, Sam, Gail, welcome in, both of you. And, okay, cool. Lori, I still haven't gotten all of my crystals out. I'm still working on it, but I'll get what I can. So we've got rhodonite. Let's do some Larimer. Okay, so Larimer, emerald, rose quartz, azurite, opal. Oh, opal is still packed. I'm sorry. Let's see, azurite. Sapphire is in there, and I'll grab some ruby. Ruby is another fantastic stone for love as well as fertility. It's also wonderful for courage to be yourself and exactly who you are. It's also a really powerful stone when it comes to leadership skills, things like management type skills, whether it's, dealing with yourself and what you want to get done in a day, or if you are leading others. So, yep. And ruby and sapphire are both members of the same crystal family, and that is corundum. They are both really, really hard stones. In fact, they are a 9 on the Mohs scale of hardness, where diamond is a 10. So there we go. That is ruby. Rose quartz is a stone of the heart center and the heart chakra, brings in a lot of unconditional love. This is especially supportive when combined with the use of things like malachite, where this brings in an infusion of really stabilizing unconditional love energy, which just allows us to kind of recalibrate and say, like, wait a minute, I can expect something better to come in. And it basically just allows us to let go of past pain a lot easier. So we'll bring that in. If you feel really emotionally depleted, rose quartz can be quite helpful. So I'm going to actually put it under our malachite here. There we go. Azurite, we have just been having so much fun with lately. This is one that helps awaken the spiritual self, especially in regards to insight, intuition, and clarity. It helps with receiving, or rather relieving indecision, worries, and kind of things, those things that are swirling in your head without resolution. It can really relieve the kind of itch that they present. It's great for gaining spiritual wisdom and connecting with our guides and angels, and it helps to dissolve blockages, like energy blockages. It helps to quiet the mind while meditating, and it aids in imagery or clairvoyance. That's our spiritual sight. So one that you can definitely use for that. Also helps with muscle spasms and tics, as well as spinal alignment. So we've got a lot of spinal alignment stones, but this is azurite, which is actually mined fairly close to malachite, and they're often found together. So we'll bring this in. Let's bring you in right here. So azurite, thank you for requesting azurite. Emerald is helpful for the skin and tissue and reigniting our passions in life. If you're struggling with like bronchitis or asthma or anything like that, anything in the lungs and pulmonary system, emerald is your best friend. It is incredibly potent for all that type of healing. Also wonderful for restoring confidence about our appearance, especially things that we're really sensitive about, or maybe even were picked on or teased about in the past. And it's just a really lovely stone in that regard. So let's bring this in. Emerald, emerald. There we go. Okay. Larimer is great for supporting our spiritual purpose and our connection to it, as well as where you really need to take your unique path to bring your spiritual purpose to fruition. When we walk our spiritual path, we feel kind of alone. Because we are. It's our path. It's not one that's going to be well worn. We're kind of bushwhacking our own path to our spiritual purpose. This is one that helps you with that pioneering spirit that's necessary to do that work. And it also helps with separating the ego from the self. I'm actually wearing some Larimer right now. It's only found in the Dominican Republic on the island of Hispaniola. So let's go ahead and bring this in. Okay. But yeah, Larimer is a beautiful stone. There we go. So thank you for those requests. Unfortunately, the other ones you request, like Jade and Opal, I haven't unpacked yet. I'm so sorry. And Jessica, welcome in. Vic, it's so wonderful to see you. I hope you're doing well. So much love to you. Jessica, feel free to make any requests for your personal well-being. Go ahead and shout them out in the chat, and at least as much as you feel comfortable requesting. We'll add it to the grid, and then when we're done building the grid, we're going to transition into a Reiki session. So welcome aboard. Okay. Awesome. So here's where I was. Intentions healing for Dexter and your niece through the shock treatments. Gotcha. So Dexter, we will get some leopard skin jasper, and I have been looking for a piece of bismuth that I used to have, and it's probably in my things, it's somewhere. Bismuth is also made oftentimes with like electrocurrent, so I've been thinking that that might be helpful, but I can't quite find it. When I do, I will let you know. But until then, definitely lepidolite can be helpful. And definitely pyrite helpful for that. So first, let's start with leopard skin jasper. This helps with anything that relates to our animal companions, which Dexter absolutely is. This can also help us to connect with our animal guides and guardians, and helps to attract our soulmate relationship. So it's right on key for today. Helps with anything impacting the skin, and also with coordination and balance. So we'll bring this in. There we go. And by the way, everyone, Jennifer Vatsa did complete her move. She is safely home in her new home. She's got a lot of unpacking to do, but the cats already feel nice and cozy, so things are doing well. So just thought I'd share that with all of you. Pyrite I'm going to bring in for your niece. Pyrite is very helpful for, well, what we usually use it for, financial abundance, and that's definitely, on tap for today. This can help with attracting that material abundance. This is fool's gold, and we like to think that it helps bring in the real gold. Pyrite's also exceptional for protection, like energetic protection, while also opening up intuition. So this can be a wonderful stone if you're working with a new style of intuition, or if you're new to working with your intuition. Also helps the lungs and fever. It's thought to help to some degree with the side effects of radiation treatment, and it's very connected to the brain, specifically memory, which can very much be something that comes up in that kind of treatment. So I'm going to bring this in for your niece. And I'm also going to bring in lepidolite. Lepidolite is lithium mica. Let's see if I can find. There we go. So this is lithium mica. Yes, lithium, like the mental health medication. Yeah, actually, this is what it is. It's been used in mental health as far back as ancient Greece, and in modern times, even in the 1940s until today, this is a prescription medication. Definitely impacts everyone differently. This is not one to put in water and drink. This is work with it energetically for sure. But this helps with energetically to soothe and calm and better understand the emotions and bring attention to patterns and different things that, like old thoughts and old beliefs that maybe it's time to release. Also really helpful for discernment, like should I stay, should I go kind of stuff. So that is lepidolite. And there's also in this specimen some amazonite. So we already talked about that. Great for back pain and self-care. So I think that that could be really perfect. So all the best to your niece and to Dexter and to your family conflict issues too. So I put in some with those family conflict issues, definitely carnelian, but Court, definitely sapphire and aquamarine. Aquamarine helps with bringing about justice and also wonderful for deflecting really petty, low vibe, childish type of behavior. Very like anti-Karen stone. It helps with like a I'm upset, so I'm going to take that out on someone else some other kind of way kind of energy. Great for forgiveness, whatever that might look like to you, and with the teeth, gums, and all fluids in the body. So that is aquamarine. So put that here. So all the best to you and your family, and Greg as well. Lots of love. Okay. Kanta, I hope you're doing well. Awesome. Goddess 4, healing intention for your puppy. She had a seizure this week and is on meds. Oh, praying for good news. Leopard skin jasper, helpful. One that's thought to be of some assistance when it comes to seizures is actually malachite too. So that's in there. And good vibes for your son-in-law's new job. Oh, good. He got the job. Okay, good. Joint and back pain and weight loss. Fast money and prosperity. So fast money, let's bring in some red tiger eye. Son-in-law's new job, we'll bring in some lapis. Joint and back pain, we've got amazonite. Let's bring in some howlite. Weight loss, we've got blue apatite. And I'll bring in iolite. Iolite can definitely help with weight loss if that's a goal that you have. This is also one of intuition, clairvoyance, and spiritual sight, whether it's journey work or scrying or even looking upon like tarot cards. This can be really helpful. Great for money management, sleep disturbances, so better sleep, fever, and any kind of visionary work, but definitely all of those. Let's see. Move this out yet again. So that's iolite. Red tiger eye helps with bringing in financial abundance in a hurry, and it's also incredibly protective. Whether it's bullying, being picked on by folks at work, folks in the neighborhood, folks in your family, this helps to really like deflect that energy and protect you from it. Also really helpful for like malevolent spiritual work too. But it's great for calling in financial abundance in a hurry and very, very protective. So that is red tiger eye. Bring this in here. Lapis will be for your son-in-law and also anyone that's looking for help in job and things like that too. This brings in a lot of career opportunities, as does sunstone, but this also helps with moving up the ladder where you're at. And in general, it can be a great stone for personal responsibility, truth, honesty, openness, and integrity in all of the ways that that shows up. It's got a very strong connection with embodying those principles, especially at work, so that you gradually, move up the ladder. Helpful too for vertigo and hearing loss. and a deep, honest, open communication. So we will bring this in. All the best to him. I hope that all works out. And let's see what we got here. And Howlite is wonderful for joint pain. Any kind of joint issues, any kind of bone issues, whether it's a fracture, whether it's osteoporosis, osteopenia, whether it's joints, whether they're dislocated or just painful or achy. Wonderful for all of those things. Everything from calcium absorption to healing to just lack of achiness. Wouldn't that be lovely? On the emotional side of things, this is a stone that can really help with those difficult emotions like anger, resentment, and frustration. It can help kind of almost reel them in a little bit so that you can maybe not be so pulled about by the intensity of those feelings, and use the energy to think of like, is there another way I can deal with whatever this is? So that is Howlite. So all the best to you. All the best to you, Goddess of Four. Good to see you. Lisa, I hope you're doing well. I will get to as many of your crystals as I can, Chris, for sure. Dell, Super 7, Spirit Flower, Indigo Gabbro, Quantum Quattro, Pre-Night, Clear Quartz, Selenite. I'll get all of the ones that I can. I don't have Infinite. Let's do Super 7, Indigo Gabbro. We're good on time. It's 4:51. I thought it was later. So Indigo Gabbro, Kambaba, Green Kyanite Garnet, Pre-Night, Clear Quartz, and Selenite. Let's start with Super 7, which was a beautiful gift from Chris. I haven't had a chance to really sit and personally reflect and connect with these crystals just yet. So I'm going to go ahead and lean on Cassandra Eason in the Complete Crystal Handbook to tell us a little bit more about it. So Super 7. Thought helpful for illnesses where there's not really a conventional cure. Helps to boost quality of life, confidence in ourselves, and letting go of people-pleasing tendencies. Very supportive of children who've been made to feel bad. Reminds you of why you're working, or as you're doing your work, reminds you what your overall goals are related to it. Also helpful for psychokinesis, connection to what we want in life. It's great for home blessings. only found in Brazil, created of 7 different crystals. Wonderful for children, especially children who find the world a difficult place to thrive in. And I think that can translate to anyone regardless of age. So let's go ahead and bring in that Super 7. And we'll thank Cassandra Eason for the wonderful insight. And we'll thank Chris for gifting this to all of us. So let's go ahead with... Okay. And there it is, another look at Super 7. It can look a lot of different ways as there are 7 different minerals in it. So let's go ahead and bring in Super 7. And the next one we'll bring in is Indigo Gabbro, which also goes by Mystic Merlinite. This is a great stone for any kind of deep shadow work, like deep personal healing. So Jenny, this will actually be helpful for you. In addition to that, it's great for like seeing the deepest parts of ourselves, the work that we're doing. It helps us to zero in on where it would be most helpful. It helps us to see where we're getting in our own way. Also wonderful for intuition, dream work, meditation, and following your heart. Helpful too for integrating a spiritual connection, and also for anything having to do with gynecologic health, especially things like period pain and even menopause. So that's Indigo Gabbro or Mystic Merlinite. And let's go ahead and bring in some pieces here and here for now. And we may end up moving those, but we'll see. So that's Indigo Gabbro. Next is Kambaba Stone, which often goes by Kambaba Jasper, but it's technically not a jasper. What it is awesome. It's actually petrified blue-green algae. This is a stone that can be really helpful for our connection to our ancestors, connection to our ancestral lands and ancestral people wherever they happen to be in the world, comparative to where we are now or where they originated, especially for folks where they've been removed from their indigenous lands. This helps to connect also with any kind of environmental healing and environmental impact. It can do everything from helping with the yield of crops to just healthier plants in general, all the way up to deep healing of ecological issues. Helps too with courage, confidence, and meditation, like deep meditation, as well as in general just being connected to the earth and ecology a little bit better. So that is blue-green algae that's been fossilized, Kambaba Jasper. It's a little hard to see those. Let's see if we can't. There we go. Okay, cool. Awesome. So next is clear quartz. Clear quartz helps to boost the energy of the stones that it's around. It's like a blank slate stone. You can hold a clear quartz crystal and just reflect on what an intention you might have. This can help you to make essentially your own talisman in a way. Also really helpful for standing in for stones that you might not have. So we'll bring this in and we'll put this in. Let's see. Let's put this under the iolite. So clear quartz. There we go. Prehnite helps with facilitating any kind of spiritual teaching or learning. It's also fantastic for doing any kind of prophecy work, scrying, lucid dreaming, divination, whether it's card reading or even astrology. This can be really helpful. Helps with deep meditation, calming a wandering mind while you're doing meditation. And for those of you who find it difficult to say no, this is great for refusing unfair demands. And yeah, really great spiritual teacher type stone. So that's prehnite. Let's bring that in. No, let's bring that in here and here. Green kyanite is another stone that's wonderful for the chest and lungs and breathing and all aspects of the pulmonary system. Also, the connection to the heart, so really the cardiopulmonary system. This also helps us to balance and blend our spiritual side of our life with our mundane wake-a-day life so that we can live a more integrated life in general. Wonderful for gaining intuition and wisdom from plants and nature, and just in general working with plants and the spirits of nature. So we'll go ahead and bring this here. If you're learning about herbs or anything like that, this can be a beautiful stone to work with. And this and Kambaba jasper can work together really beautifully in that regard. And of course, garnet. Garnet can be really, really helpful when it comes to courage, organization, and practicality. If you're looking for the best way to get something done or to take a new approach in getting things done than you have in the past, like, I wonder if there's a way I could do this in less time. Garnet's your buddy. Also, if you're looking for any kind of strength in times of change or balance in times of change, it can really help support that. It's a very Capricorn essence kind of stone. But yeah, this is one of helping you find the best way to use the resources that you have. So that is garnet. So there we go. Awesome. And I don't have infinite. Selenite I have right here, always just beneath the grid. This is superb for calling in our spirit guides and hearing them really clearly. And it also helps to just bring in a really clear and high vibrational space. It only reflects pure white light, which can really help to clear our energy field too. So that is selenite. And I can't find my little piece that I usually put in the grid when it's requested. So for now, I'm just going to put this right at the foot of the grid, or maybe it'll fit here. For now, I'll put this here and we'll see where it ends up. Cool. It's so good to have you here, Dell. I hope you're doing well. Sylvia, ask for some energy to recover from neurosurgery and integrate the changes into your body after the surgery. Yeah, definitely. Okay, good stuff. So recovering from surgery is definitely, there's a couple of stones. Shungite's really helpful for that. Also, the brain and memory is pyrite. There's also epidote. Epidote helps for recovery from illness, injury, surgery, and it helps the brain. The brain in all ways, but specifically when it comes to things like Parkinson's, this can be like extra helpful too. It's wonderful for the nervous system, the skin, and for connection to the fairy realm. And it's, like I said, illness, injury, all of that. Also helpful for any of you that might struggle with like negative self-talk, like talking down to yourself, epidote can be really helpful in helping you reprogram that. So there, we'll bring in our epidote friend. And all the best to you as you recover, Sylvia. I hope you're doing well. And, oh, and for loneliness and isolation, absolutely. Loneliness, we found iolite is supposed to be good for that, but we'll also bring in another one that's often thought of in terms of loneliness and isolation is green onyx. This one also helps grief and sadness, as well as making decisions that are in alignment with your highest good. It can be helpful for like really intense emotional, like even emotional shutdown, and also for moving on despite emotional pain. But this is thought to be helpful for things like loneliness. So I will bring that in, and lots of love to you, hon. It's so good to see you. Customers for vending an event tomorrow. Let's bring in Cinnabar. Cinnabar is mercury. Yes, mercury. This is one that humanity has used for thousands and thousands of years for various different things, from for example, like tanning leather and hides. We still use it in fillings a lot of the time, but it is super toxic. This has long been considered the merchant stone, that it attracts customers into a business. But definitely be careful with it. This stone, like if you order it now, like you'll usually find wherever you're ordering it from, there'll only be like these little dots of red that you see in here. Like that's going to be all the mercury that's there, because it is pretty strong and powerful and very toxic. So great for attracting things, but be careful with it. But all the best to you as you vend tomorrow. Oh, did you wake up with a dream there, Hattie? I don't have orange kyanite, Dell, and lapis is in there, but I do have labradorite. Labradorite helps with better sleep, and it helps with calming disputes, especially in customer service and retail type environments. It also helps with doing research, taking in lots of information and data, and seeing forest for the trees through all of it. It's also great for detailed attention to lots of information and really fine points of info. Great for clairvoyance too. So that's our spiritual sight. And labradorite is also a stone that is very closely physically connected with, actually let's put it right above howlite. Let's put it next to. It's very closely connected with moonstone. They're very similar stones, geologically speaking. So, all the best to you, Dell. Lila Ray, something to help an introvert get through a couple social events you must attend this weekend. Absolutely. And Gail, you want more energy more than coffee. I understand that one. So let's do this for Gail. For Lila Ray, definitely something that helps like keep your energy field clear and kind of keep overstimulation to a, kind of down. Stones for things like overstimulation is snowflake obsidian, but also let's bring in some honey calcite for you. Honey calcite helps to attract the best people that you're that would like most resonate with you to you. So hopefully the people that you're connecting with, it'll just sort of flow naturally. It's great for optimism in really difficult times. So this can help actually violet integration as well. And it's also great for folks that are postmenopausal, like me, believe it or not. So we'll bring this in. But yeah, great for attracting the best people into your life at the time. And I'm also going to put in a stone that'll help you to keep your energy nice and clear. Let's bring in some black tourmaline. This helps to repel negative energy. So hopefully it'll just kind of like, as the energy gets really loud, like hopefully this will just kind of keep your energy field nice and clear. The blue apatite will help with that as well, with strengthening your auric field. But this is always a good one to help with anyone that's like sensitive to lots of energy of different folks. So let's go ahead and put this around here. And you might not be able to see it, but it's right on the other side of Kambaba. And I hope that helps, Lila Ray. More energy, more than coffee. Let's bring in some bumblebee jasper, which has high amounts of sulfur as well as arsenic. This can be definitely another toxic stone, no direct infusions of any kind, but it brings in a lot of energy, like physical vitality and strength and things like that, as well as mental focus. It helps with decision making, balancing yin and yang energies in the body, and helps with positivity, confidence, and wanting to get going when it comes to work, whether it's you sinking your teeth into work or collaborating with other people. So this will help. And this will also help the collaborative aspect, will also help Lila Ray. So that is bumblebee jasper. And what else can we do? So all the best to you, Gail. Good to see you. Samantha. Depression, anxiety, trauma. Gotcha. We've got a couple of things to help with that, especially empath and medium. We've gotten a couple covered. I definitely feel like depression and anxiety to anxiety, green calcite, depression and anxiety, malachite. I also feel like black obsidian, or even I feel like black onyx might be a good one. This helps to ground fear, anxiety, and kind of that like high vibrational, like I'm worried, I'm scared, I'm fearful. It also helps to bring in a lot of protection, and it also protects against things like grief too. When it comes to ancestor connection, self-esteem, protection against mind games, things like that, but it helps you to relieve self-doubt in a big way. And I would definitely think that this is helpful to you. Okay. Hearing a weird alarm off in the distance. Don't know what it is. Let's see. And definitely these guys are helpful. I don't have Aya Delight, unfortunately. I do have green aventurine, Del. Aventurine helps us to expand our vision of our soul's potential. It helps support healthy heart rhythms. Wonderful for eye problems, which I think will also be something Lisa asks about, as well as fertility. So yeah, very encouraging of us to expand what we think we can do and what we think we can't do. And just be in general open to shifting those things. So I hope that that helps, Del. Protection from toxic family members and people in work relationships. Definitely red tiger eye. Really helpful for that, as well as, Vic, emotional stability, lepidolite is here. Also going to bring in zoisite. This helps to release a lot of negativity, so that if you do take it on, you won't hold on to it. It also helps you to face problems, challenges, and setbacks head on without feeling completely overwhelmed by them. And it can be great for obstacles, including obstacles in the form of people. So that's zoisite. Very helpful for fertility, but also connection with nature, which can really help you replenish, renew, and restore your energy into something more positive. So let's go ahead and bring this in. So that is zoisite. I think that that'll help you quite a bit. And financial abundance. We've got all the financial abundance stones out, Vic. So I hope that they support you. Mental and emotional blocks. Definitely shungite, which is actually here. That is a superb stone for mental and emotional blocks. Kanta intention is for deep rest, renewal, and reset. Gonna go lie down now as you wooze out. My gratitude and the ability to be in a hypnagogic state. Oh, I love that. Thank you for the gratitude. Deep rest, renewal, and reset. Zoisite is helpful. Labradorite is very helpful. I think both of those will really help. But let's see. I think Herkimer a little bit. This will help. Herkimer, and this will help a few of the last few of you. This one helps with harmonizing discordant energy. So this will help Samantha as well as Vic with your kind of housemates. This helps to balance. This helps to balance all of those energies. It supports healthy metabolism and brings in a lot of intuitive ability. Also helps support anything that you might be manifesting. It helps you to be in the present moment as well. So this can be really helpful for a lot of the requests. And for Kanta, definitely those other ones I mentioned are helpful for like deep rest, renewal. Zoisite is like the first one that would have come to mind. So yeah, we'll put that there. Clear quartz to replace jade opal. There's clear quartz in here, so that can also sit there as like the intention of like the placeholder. Gotcha. Dog healing, we have leopard skin jasper. Physical energy, bumblebee jasper. Self-care crystal. Oop, my screen just moved all of a sudden. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, Sylvia, I got yours. Gail K, headache. Rhodochrosite is wonderful for headaches. And if it's related to anxiety headache, also calcite. Another one that's good for headache is pink tourmaline. This can be good for headaches as well as nerve pain and any kind of gynecologic issues. This will also be helpful for mother and newborn bonding. So Jenny, your nephews too, and also great for muscle weakness, to dispel a negative self-image, and wonderful for spine issues. So I think this is going to hit a lot of things, but it's definitely helpful for headaches too. So lots of love to you, Gail. Self-care crystals, definitely Amazonite, which is here. Making new friends in your new spot, definitely honey calcite. That's one that can help you to attract the best people to that resonate with you right here and now and kind of bring them in a little closer. It's a very refined stone of the solar plexus and sacral. So the energy center of self, personal identity, free will, following your own intentions and things that are important to you, with the sacral, which is how we relate to others and make relationships. So it's perfect for that. Childhood trauma and toxic relationships and things like that. Let's bring in some black obsidian. This can help with really intense energy of trauma, whether it's just happened or whether it's been just reactivated and it feels like it's happening right now. Either way, this can go really deep in supporting you to kind of go deep and release the traumas, and also to help you just feel like you're not alone when you're in those depths as you grieve or release, or just help to support yourself to grow and understand in whatever way feels accessible to you in that moment. This is also highly protective. So if you feel very activated and very fearful, this can be a really helpful stone too. And it's also wonderful for nervous pets as well as nervous people. So we're going to bring this in. So that'll help both of you, Vic and Samantha. Oh, thank you, Vic, for the love of the ponytail. Really, my hair is just super frizzy right now. It's been raining for like a week. But thank you, and you're so welcome. Oh, Lisa, you find Super 7 is a great manifestation stone, and you wear it when you need luck for tricky things to go smoothly. That's awesome. Your mom is still fighting something, recovering from a fall, and her vertigo is bad. Sister's sight and brother's heart. We've got all those covered. So we've got moss agate, which is great for any kind of viral anything. Also from a fall, I'm so sorry. Helpful healing physical stuff is epidote as well as shungite and emerald. Vertigo is, and also if there's broken bones, howlite. Vertigo, we have leopard skin jasper and lapis, which are the best stones for that. And sister's sight for eyes, we have sapphire as well as green aventurine. And brother's heart, we have green aventurine as well as aquamarine for the physical heart. Finances, practical matters, support for joint issues, we have howlite. Sleep, which is iolite and labradorite, sorry. And for finances, we have citrine, pyrite, and cinnabar. Heart, I hope you're doing well. Call in abundance of all the good things. We've got a lot of those. Also, Herkimer Diamond's good for calling in abundance of all the positive things. Oh, Heart, thanks for the reminder. If you haven't hit the like button already, please consider doing so. You're so welcome, Sylvia, and you're so welcome, everyone. Call in abundance, all the good things, positive financial flow. We've got that. Healthy boundaries for protection of self, definitely. Hey, Christina. Anything for self-compassion and to release self-doubt, absolutely. Barbie, Jennifer Vatsa. Erica, good to see you. Del Hart. Okay. All right. I'm going to try to get everybody's in here. So let me just. Okay. Definitely got headache covered. Self-compassion and release self-doubt. Gotcha. Self-doubt releasing is black onyx. Superb for releasing self-doubt. Another one is bloodstone. But then I'm also going to bring in for you dragon's blood, sometimes called dragon stone. This one helps with grief and loss, as well as, preventing self-pity. It helps with having patience with yourself and allowing you to learn from your mistakes. So this can be kind of helpful for that self-compassion. Also wonderful for the immune system, thyroid, and the strength and courage to change. If anyone's making any changes in their life, it can help you to do that. It's great for optimism, happiness, and wisdom. And definitely with happiness, it makes me think of Grace's request. Also with kind of moving through the difficult feelings without kind of getting stuck in pity or wallowing, which also malachite helps with that to some extent too. But yeah, this is another one that's also great just for the nervous system and skin, hair, and nails. This is actually epidote and pymonite together. So there we go. So I'm going to bring that in for you. I hope you're doing well. Healthy boundaries for protection and self. We've got some good protection stones with shungite, black tourmaline, and black onyx. Healthy boundaries. Let's bring in some yellow calcite, one of our best buddies. Optimism, self-confidence, and everything you need about your solar plexus chakra. This is your center of self-identity, free will, and everything having to do with boundaries. It's one thing to make the boundaries. It's another thing to hold the boundaries. This reminds you of why you hold those boundaries, so that you can live a life based on your wants, needs, desires, and goals. Also helpful for priorities based on what's important to you rather than what might be important to others, and releasing the need for approval of others. So this can be really helpful. So that is yellow calcite. So let's go ahead and plop some of this in right next to black tourmaline. There we go. So that is yellow calcite. And we got headache. Jennifer Vatsa, good to see you. Just really good to see you. Oh, you brought a cinnabar stone to bring to your event, Susan? Oh, awesome. Intentions for Jen. Pain and inflammation. Celebrating being officially no longer a resident of Philly. Congratulations. You love the new place. It looks like your cats are loving it too. So let's go ahead with pain and inflammation. Do I have all my pain stones in there? I do. Pain and inflammation, definitely malachite too. And okay, so I think we got you covered. And all the best in just feeling home and being home. Protection while sleeping. Yes. Iolite is wonderful for that, as is labradorite to a point, but absolutely. And iolite's in there for sure. You hear crows, blue jays, and crickets. Oh, lovely. I love that. A new bed crystal grade. Yeah. Fluorite, absolutely. Yeah, fluorite and peacock. So let's bring in some fluorite. Peacock ore helps with connection to spiritual guidance. It helps with connection to just spirit in general. It's wonderful for things like rebirth, especially spiritual rebirth and renewal and regeneration. Also very helpful for executive function. This is definitely one of the #1 stones for folks that are challenged in that regard. I have PTSD and it really impacts my executive function abilities sometimes. Also for folks who are neurodivergent, this can be a really helpful stone in that regard. But there's so much this stone does. But I'm going to bring it in here, if it will let me. Yeah, there we go. Fluorite can be helpful for newborn babies and the moms who've brought them through, as well as anyone who's dealing with really chaotic energy. And definitely this full moon is very chaotic. This is a stone that brings in a lot of relaxation, a lot of calm, a lot of like placid feelings. Helps us to relax despite whatever chaos might be going on in our personal lives, in the global sphere, or around us, in the people we love and care about, or even in our communities. So that's fluorite. So we'll go ahead and bring this in there. And this is how it naturally forms these beautiful octahedrons. Okay. Oh, Jen, you need your compression gloves. Yeah. during my move, if I didn't have my compression socks on, I don't know what I would have done. Okay. So I think we've got all I can bring in. Let's see, does anybody else want to jump out? We're going to get ready to get into the healing portion, the Reiki portion of things. So this is the portion where I ask you to help me lift the energy of where you're at and this collective energy that we're sharing. So go ahead, if you haven't already, click the live chat button. Definitely hit that like button if you haven't already. And in the comments, or just take a deep breath and think about it, go ahead and share all of the things that you're grateful for, anything that you're comfortable sharing in such a public format. That's going to help lift the energy so powerfully. And I know so many of you have already added that in, and I really, really appreciate that. So go ahead and do that. I'm going to see if there's not one more stone that might want to sneak in here. And then I'm going to explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works. And then we're going to get into the healing. Anybody else want to come in? I'm going to go ahead and bring in as Patty suggested, bring in some clear quartz for any crystals that I didn't have that folks requested, or any requests that either I overlooked or anything like that. So this is clear quartz. Clear quartz can stand in for any kind of like crystal that you don't have. It can also help to amplify the energy of any stones that you do have that you want to kind of stand out. Go ahead and bring in that clear quartz. Let's see. And there we go. And we'll put one in the center too. This clear quartz is hand carved in the symbols of the two fish, which is the union of yin and yang. That energy continues moving and be within full balance. So we'll bring this clear quartz in as well. So thank you all for being here. Thank you everyone for your requests. And thank you just for being a part of today's grid. It's wonderful to have you all, especially on this beautiful full moon. Full moon in Aries, which is my rising sign. So I'm going to go ahead and start explaining what Reiki is, a little of how it works. It'll take me about 5 to 7 minutes, so if you need to hit the loo, now is the perfect time. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name is Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and it's such a blessing to have you here with me today. I love sharing energy, and I love sharing it with all of you. So if you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you want to schedule a one-on-one distance healing, tarot reading, or if you want to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description. And there is a coupon code that is good through the 1st of October, 2023. And that coupon code is 15 years, no spaces. That's 15 years with an S on the end, no spaces. That will save you 15% on all 2023 Reiki classes, as well as all distance sessions and readings, all crystals, and most of the in-person sessions that I do in Philadelphia. So definitely help yourself to that. So and by the way, 15 years is because it's my 15-year anniversary of teaching Usui Reiki. So Reiki has become more or less a catch-all term for energy healing. Specifically, I work with what's known as Usui Reiki. And this spiritual tradition is named after the founder of this method, Mikao Usui, who created this system in the early 1920s of Japan, when Japan was really going through a difficult time in their history. If you were caught teaching anything that even remotely looked like religion, it was not a good thing. So this particular approach to palm healing with global, soul energy was definitely something everyone in Japan did and really still does, but it needed to be presented in a way that was really secular. And that's, I feel like, why it's really resonated with us in the West. So the very understanding of what energy is in this particular system, for that we can really look at Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everyone and everything is interconnected, inextricably linked, and that this soul energy that is provided by spirit, in this case, however you understand spirit to be, this energy that makes us animated and more than a collection of cells, is called, soul energy. And that's basically what Reiki means, is spiritually guided soul energy. And it's thought that this energy is flowing through everyone, everywhere, all the time. And also not just people, animals, plants, the earth. Spiritually guided soul energy flowing through all of us, everywhere, all the time. And that our body, mind, and spirit are, from one moment to the next, making the best of this energy to help us move forward, heal, release, and keep going in the best possible ways that they can. Essentially, what I'll be doing today is using Usui's techniques to connect to that energy that's already flowing through all of us and just direct more of it to you, wherever you happen to be and whenever you happen to be enjoying this video, and more on that in a moment. So during this session, I invite you to simply get cozy. You can sit up or lie down in any way that feels comfy. You can close your eyes. You can keep your eyes open. Maybe you feel to move around. If you want to stretch, move, bend, journal, throw a few cards down for yourself, make yourself a cup of tea. Anything that feels right to you in this time is absolutely perfect. There's no wrong way to enjoy this time. You don't have to focus on anything, and you don't have to keep your mind silent. The Reiki will support you however you happen to be in this moment. During the session, you may feel some physical sensations. You may have some emotions rise up or get released. Mentally, you may be able to parse some things out that you've been having difficulty kind of working through. You may hear your subconscious. You may also spiritually get a deep clarity or a big idea or even a big intuition, and you may also have a really awesome nap. More than likely, your experience is going to be some perfect combination of exactly all of those things that's meant for you today. And during the session, you don't have to do anything, but you can certainly do whatever you like. So if you need to get up and get a blanket, go right ahead and do it. At any point, if you feel like you need to refocus or kind of go a little deeper, just take a deep breath in and out, and you'll do exactly that. I will send this healing energy to all of you for 25 minutes, during which time I'll turn the lights down. You'll notice that they move slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point will they flash or strobe. And I will turn the music up. So if you like the musical content, go ahead and check out the link at the bottom of the description for her information, a link to her YouTube page and her website. And as far as that, whenever you happen to be watching this, yeah, we are, as humans, limited to being in one place at one time. That doesn't apply to Reiki. So whenever you happen to be watching this video, the energy will be there for you in exactly the way that it will support you the most. Additionally, if you are here live and you feel like at some point you're like, wow, I really would love some Reiki, but Danielle's not live right now, go ahead and check out the past healing live stream playlist. There's over 400 videos for you to enjoy. You can even zip ahead to the Reiki portion and just connect with that healing energy whenever you need it. Additionally, I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times every week, so you can make this a part of your regular self-healing journey. So thank you so much for being here. If you feel that you would like to, and again, absolutely not expected, but if you want to, because I've been asked a few times, you can leave like a super chat, or you can use the links in the description if you felt motivated to make any kind of contribution. You certainly can, but honestly, I'm really just happy to enjoy this time with all of you and support you with that universal energy. So thank you for being here. So let's go ahead. We'll go back to that beautiful chat. And additionally, at the end of the 25 minutes, you'll hear my voice come back in, and I'll invite you to take a deep breath in and out, come back to your body, and when you're ready, you can even re-engage with me in chat at the end of that 25 minutes, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions or to hear any particular moments of clarity or just experiences that you had during the session. So thank you again so much for being here. And let's go ahead and take a closer look at that grid. Ooh, pretty. Okay, I'm gonna have to move this. I'm still settling into my new apartment and my camera keeps getting bopped around. But oh my goodness, what a beautiful grid you all inspired. Thank you all so much. Awesome. Oh, that's so pretty. And thank you all. Oh, hey, Joanna, wonderful to see you. And Heart, it's so good to see you too. So everyone go ahead, get nice and cozy. Take a deep breath in and out, and allow the Reiki to support you and help you heal. I'll see you all in about 25 minutes. Thank you for being here. Hey, Paul, lots of love to you too. invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. If you'd like, you can move your fingers and toes. Gently stretch. And if you have any questions or anything to share, the chat is open. Thank you so much for being here with me this afternoon. And as a reminder, I'm live twice on Fridays, so I will be back at 8 p.m. for another round of crystals and Reiki. And I will be back Sunday at 8 p.m. for some more crystals and Reiki. Oh, I'm so glad, Paul. I've got a hattie cat purring away in my lap. Oh, thank you, Joanna. Oh, and thank you, Sylvia. Same to you, and all the best to you on your healing journey, okay? Oh, Divya, it's so wonderful to see you. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon or evening. You're so welcome. Definitely remember to hit that like button on the way out, and thank you so much for being here. I'm here same days, same times, 5 times a week, every week. So you're always welcome to join and get some healing. Whether or not you feel inclined to take part in the chat, that's completely up to all of you. Oh, Lisa, you're welcome. Lots of love to you and your family. You're welcome, Susan. Lots of love to you and Greg and Dexter. Oh, thank you, Lori. You're so welcome. Lots of love to you, Lori, and lots of love to you. Oh, lots of love to you too, Sky. Thanks for visiting. Hope to see you again. Dell, lots of love to you too. Oh, tingling at the top of your head and soles of your feet. May we all walk in beauty. Thank you, and same to you. Patty, oh, thank you. I'm so glad you feel more centered. Divine weekend full of all the goodness. Lots of love to you too, Patty and Key. The Gelguire, thank you. I hope you have a peaceful night too. Oh, Sky, absolutely, yes. Happy Michaelmas. Absolutely. I celebrate. The Gelguire celebrates. Yes, happy Michaelmas. Happy full moon in Aries as well. Wonderful to have you, Sky. Wonderful to have you, everyone. I'm in no rush to get up. I've got a purring kitten in my lap. Yeah, you were sucking up the Reiki. Yes, you were. Yes, you were. Yeah, the energy today is very chaotic, but was not aware of it during this session. Thank you, everyone who made a request. This was a really powerful grid, so thank you for your contributions. Thank you for all the gratitudes, too. That helps lift the energy so powerfully. So if you have any questions or anything to share, absolutely go ahead and let me know. Kitty medicine is amazing, Sky. Yep, 2 Reiki kitties here. They both love to nap out during Reiki time. Awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and bring the stream to a close with an abundance of gratitude. You're so welcome, Erica, and thank you so much for being here. And yes, thank you, everyone. As a reminder, I will be back at 8 p.m. this evening, and I'll be back again at 8 p.m. Sunday. Also, I'm here every Tuesday at 8 p.m., Wednesday at 4 p.m., and of course, every Friday at 4 and 8 p.m. So, everyone take care. Oh, your feline Reiki buddy's beside you too. Aww. Oh, and definitely remember, I'm going to type it into the chat, the coupon code for my website. Coupon code is 15 years, spelled 15 years, with an S at the end, no spaces. And you can visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's good for 15% off of almost everything. All 2023 Reiki classes, which are all online Reiki classes, all distance sessions, Reiki, integrated energy therapy, and tarot readings, as well as crystals. So, aw, love you too. Thank you, Sky. So wonderful to have you all. And of course, you can always subscribe with notifications on, and you'll sometimes get a notification from YouTube when I'm live. Lots of love to you, Sam. All the best to you, your doggo. I hope the apartment situation gets settled really quickly, and all the support in the world with your family. I hope everything goes well. Yeah, some wild juju in the air for sure. Lots of hope to all beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here so I can eat and get ready for the 8 o'clock stream. Thank you all for being here. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, Michaelmas and full moon. Take care and bye for now.